All right, let's hope this works better. Okay, this is a continuation of the first one where I showed a couple of flashlights, and but it was getting really laggy, so I had to start over. So this is a continuation of that one, and I hope everybody finds their way back in here. We'll see. So it doesn't look like there's any lag now. But I did change it down to 1440 instead of trying to do 4K because I don't know if it was Ecamm or if it was, um, I don't know. I don't know what caused that. So, and Randy says, we are back. So I know I am broadcasting. Okay. So, I've shown this to you before. This is my other thing I got this week. This has been my Mystery Ranch. It's a mission control. This is the size small. And it was good, but it is a little small for everything I carry. Like when I carry 2 cameras and 2 battery things and microphones and the whole shebang, it was really bulging at the seams. So I thought, well, do I get the medium or the large? Because it comes in 3 sizes. So I got both. I got the small, the medium, as you can see, and there's not a lot of difference, but there's a little bit of difference. And then between the medium, I got the large, okay, and the large is really big, okay, but the large will hold the selfie sticks. So the only problem is when you get everything in one bag, it gets a little bit heavy. Apparently, I have too much stuff, but I need it. I'm gonna take everything with me. So Flying Toast made it back and he said, does this count as being first now? Randy beat you. Sorry, Toast. Um, so, okay, Roy will come back in a minute. So let me tell y'all a little bit about what's going on. Uh, y'all know my friend in Nevada who's 93 years old, and she's been in a wheelchair now for about a year. Well, she slipped and fell trying to transfer from the wheelchair to the toilet. And she had one good leg, so she was able to transfer and stuff like that. Well, she broke the good leg. So I told her she's kind of like a pirate that had a peg leg. Well, now she has two. She can't move. She broke her left leg, which was her good leg, and um, she can't bear weight on the right leg. So she's in a rehab facility at the moment. We had kind of a family kerfuffle last week, and so I just decided that I'm going to go instead of a walkabout like they have in Australia. And what made me think, Roy just popped in. Roy is here too. Thank you, Roy. Um, so I'm going to go on a drive about. There are some places that I have wanted to visit. One of them is the Navajo Reservation. I've always wanted to see. I read a lot of books written by an author called Tony Hillerman that was all about that area, and I've always wanted to see it. And the closest I got really close driving back from Phoenix, but at the time, my now ex-husband wouldn't let us stop and take a gander. So I want to see that. I'm going to drive out and do the Grand Canyon thing. And eventually I will end up in Nevada. But I'm going to take a couple of weeks to get there. So um, once I get there and I get all settled and everything, I will probably try to come back on live, but it won't be every Tuesday, and I'll be gone probably for about a month and a half. So I'm fine. Everything's fine. And I was going to leave in the morning, and I'm not sure I'm supposed to be doing this because there is a major storm coming through that's going to go from Texas all the way to Minnesota. It's supposed to come in about 9 o'clock tonight, but it hasn't hit. I think it just started raining just a few minutes ago. The bad part of the storm has not hit yet. And then it's going to storm for 2 days. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, there's a second storm coming in behind that. So it might get pushed out 2 or 3 days. But that's kind of, I'm just going to, I'm taking my truck so I can pack as much as I want to, which makes me insanely happy. No, I don't have to adhere to airline rules and regulations. And we're just going to head west. And I'm going down I-40, and I'm just going to take my time, and it's going to be a scenic thing. She is not due to come out of rehab. At the earliest, it would be April 28th. So I've got a couple of weeks where I can just kind of meander and see things, and I'll record anything that's interesting. But that's why that if you notice the title of this is Last One for a While. I will be back, and I love you guys to pieces, and I wanted to come on and tell you guys how much I appreciate all of you. Right? You have stuck with me through thick and thin, and I couldn't ask for a more loyal subscribers. I mean, you guys are my family. You're my online family, right? And you guys rock. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys. So I'm going to disappear for a little while because I probably won't have internet. Um, I kind of have a feeling when you're in the desert, there's not a lot of bandwidth, right? So that's why I said for a while. I will be back, obviously, but I'm going to meander my way out there, and then once she gets home, I will be her caregiver until she can kind of get around on her own. The doctors have said it would take 8 weeks, which would put it. She fell the end of March, so that would put it the end of May, and I really plan on kind of being home around June 1st. Best laid plans and all that. Just like I was going to leave in the morning, and then the storm is coming through, and I really, really don't want to drive through tornado activity and all that stuff. So, uh, Roy says Sly is going native, no internet. Yes, yes. I will have my cameras with me, and I have got, I think, 8 or 10 memory cards. I've got a bunch, and I plan on filling them up. So when I get back, I'll have a lot of editing to do. But yeah, I'm just gonna go this trip. I'm gonna go out west, and then towards maybe late summer, I plan on going east. And there's a cave that I want to kayak through. Um, and I mean, it's like it's an attraction. It's set up for that, right? They won't even let you bring your own kayaks because your kayaks may have bacteria or something on them, so they make you use theirs, but I don't know if they're plastic or glass, but you can see through the bottom of them, and they've got lights in this cave, so that looks really cool. This trip I'm going to do Four Corners and the Grand Canyon, and just kind of mosey around. Um, it's probably not the best time to do it because from what I understand, gas prices are anywhere from $5 to $7 a gallon out west. They're not here. Here they're like 3.15. So that's a pretty big. It doesn't matter how much the gas cost. My truck is going to use the same amount, right? It's just my pocketbook that will feel the difference. So that's why I'm taking this big boy, because I also got a new Mission Rover, and what's cool about that, the reason I got it was not thinking of this trip. It was bought it for the airplane because I can put all my electronics that you cannot check. I can put all my electronics in that 30-liter bag and carry it on and just put it in the overhead bin. And then my little backpack that I love so much, it can go under the seat, and it's not like filled to the brim. So it would kind of divvy up the weight on me a little bit. But the Mission Rover it's actually supposed to be for shoes, I think, but it unzips on the outside, and then this fits perfectly up inside there. So I'll have access without having to open the whole bag. And so I am taking everything with me, computer, microphones, the whole shebang, but I don't I don't have any idea yet where I'm staying, number one. And number two, um, if there'll be internet. So I have done this before, so I'm not totally a rookie at it, and I will not stay anywhere that I don't feel safe. Okay, so just know that, guys, because I know I'm getting a lot of flack from my friends here, and they're like, a single woman doesn't need to be traveling by herself, and yada 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 yada. Well, I've never acted like a single woman. Okay, I'm just a person, and you know, I've never had any trouble. Okay. Now, it helps that when I put a ball cap on, I have been mistaken for not being a girl. Okay. When you're traveling, that's not always a bad thing if people think you're a guy. So I'm okay with that. Carlos made it in. Hey, Sly, happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is well. Yes. Yes, very well. Just going on a little bit of a hiatus and doing a little traveling. And we had a little kerfuffle last week, and it made me realize that I'm retired. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to be home for anything. So I'm going on a little drive about. I probably won't get as far as California, but yeah, I'm just going to go on a little drive about. Roy says most important equipment is the coffee machine. So I don't drink coffee, but I am 100% hooked on those Monster Juice energy drinks, right? They just really I can't drink one late at night, okay, because I won't be able to sleep, but they just really make me feel good, right? Like I've got plenty of energy, and they just it yeah, they work for me. So Toast says, I hope you like the Grand Canyon. I can also recommend a very cute hotel in Williams, Arizona, if you'd like, right near the Grand Canyon Railroad Station. Absolutely. Yes. My email is in the description. Please email me any suggestions y'all have. Because like I said, I think I have close to 2 weeks to get out there. And then now coming back, I'll probably just drive, straight back. But I've got 2 weeks to just kind of meander and do my own thing and see whatever I want to see. And it's amazing. You can Google like an area, and it'll tell you all kinds of things, attractions and what have you. So yes, that's going to be my next 2 weeks. Randy says, most exciting time when I travel is when it isn't planned. Absolutely. I'm just going to kind of go where I want, stop when I want, and there won't be anybody with me. A friend of mine, she kind of wanted to go with me. And the last trip we took together, it wasn't, I'd rather go by myself. Let's put it that way. So, um, yeah, so this time, I mean, I jumped in my car and drove to Florida. I mean, this is not anything new for me, um, but I think it's overdue. Oh, Roy, thank you so very much. You are just the bomb diggity. Royce gave me a super chat for $25. You're amazing. If the truck would drive across the sea, I would come to Australia, buddy. I really appreciate that. That really makes me feel good. And it's just I get to test out some of the bags that I love so much and see if they actually work in real life. I love, 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 love my little Paradigm. I've had it since November, and it's my everything bag. It has been on the plane. 4 times. It has been it goes everywhere with me. My only complaint is still the straps. They're, like, too much. Now, they're great when the pack is loaded. When I was going through the airports, I had all of my electronics in that bag, which is a lot. It weighs a lot when you get everything in one bag. Computer, 2 cameras, microphones, batteries, all my cables, my power banks, just the whole 9 yards. It weighs a lot. And I was very appreciative of those ridiculous straps when I was in that scenario. But for the daily, they're kind of overkill because I don't carry that much weight on the daily, right? Maybe 5 pounds, maybe. Now, going through the airports, yeah, I probably had 25 pounds in it. And so I was grateful for the straps because I didn't feel it. It didn't feel like I was carrying that much weight. But they are a little bit overkill when you're not carrying a lot of weight. Just saying. But it's still my favorite backpack. And I love the company so much that that bag right there, is their Grizzly pack. And it's a 45-liter bag. And it's going to be where all my clothes and everything are. And then the Mission Rover will be where all my electronics and stuff are, which leaves the Paradigm for just like everyday stuff, right? So those are the 3 bags I'm taking. I should be able to get everything I need in those 3 bags. The Grizzly will stay in the back of my truck, whereas the other 2 will ride in the cab. And that should be everything I need, I think. But if I was flying, I would have to cull it down, I think. And since I'm at this point, I'm thinking I will be at my friend's house for a month, and who does not have internet, by the way. Um, you don't want to wear the same clothes every every day. And so I'm kind of packing with going a week at a time in between laundry. And so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a great caregiver, but she knows this. I do try my best, and she knows, I'm not a great cook, and so I will order in food or I'll go get food or whatever. And then believe it or not, she actually likes my eggs. So, I can make eggs. Roy says Starlink. I kind of I kind of know about Starlink, but I was talking to my son about it and he said it's rather expensive. So, I don't know if Starlink is something that I I I need to investigate that more. Yes. And it looks like if I'm not leaving tomorrow, it looks like it would be Saturday before I actually get to leave. Um, because the storm that's coming, the second storm that's coming, is supposed to be over with by Saturday afternoon, maybe. But both storms are like tornado, and softball size hail, and so they're supposed to be really, really bad. We'll see. It is raining right now. Randy, you're in the same corridor. You should be getting some rain about right now too. So yeah, it's just it's that time of year. I mean, that's just what Oklahoma has. But after that, after these 2 storms move through, I've kind of checked the from Oklahoma west, and it doesn't look like there's any more storms for the next 2 weeks. So I should have really good weather if I wait out these 2 storms. So we will see. If you guys know anything about Starlink, let me, give me some pointers. Roy says, I'd rather leave all my clothes behind than internet coverage, right? Well, yeah, that's true, but I can't take it with me, so, and it's okay. I mean, I'll have my phone, which my phone has some data, but it's not. I think I've tried to live stream with my phone as a hotspot, and it didn't work out so well. So, um, yeah, I think I was in a hotel in St. Louis with my grandson, and the internet was not enough to do a live stream, and so I used my phone as a hotspot. I really don't remember how I did it, but it didn't seem like it went very well. And so it was a very short live stream. And I can do that. I can come on and in little short bursts and just say, "Hi, I'm alive," you know. Roy says mobile Starlink is expensive. That's kind of what my son told me. And so that wasn't really an option. Right now I'm looking at places to stay, Airbnbs and what have you, and probably get a hotel like every third night or something. Um, so it's not that I won't have any internet, it just won't be as stable as what I have here. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up so you wouldn't think something horrific had happened to me. And it's all good. It's not a bad thing. I've wanted to go um, on one of these little drive things for quite a while, and I haven't because I've I've kind of tied myself down, and I'm kind of cutting those ties. So uh, then I've got a wedding in Wisconsin in November, and I love to travel. I just love to see things, meet new people, and just it's really hard to make anybody mad if you're only there for a day or two, and then you move on to the next people. So that's kind of my thing. And this flashlight will definitely be going with me because this will light up the sky. Like, I tried it in my backyard, and my backyard's just not big enough. Uh, but this thing will, like, it's ridiculous how bright that thing is. Toast says, if you get the chance, Jerome, Arizona is also a great place to see, even just driving through. So Jerome, is it on 40 or how far off 40? Because like 40 is my line, and then I don't mind going a little bit off as long as I can get back to 40 to continue out west. 40 is south of me by about an hour, but once I get on it, it goes all the way, and it actually goes south of Las Vegas a little bit. So once I get down there, I can just turn and go north a little bit. But it'll be nice having my truck out there. And like I said, I can take more stuff. So I'm very happy about that. Randy says it didn't reach this far south with the bad weather, but Michigan is expected to get the worst weather. So that would be Scott and his mom. From what I understand, Scott's mom lost her computer, and that's why she hasn't been joining us, because she either she doesn't like to or she can't get on with her phone, and her computer broke, and they were supposed to be getting it fixed, but I guess they haven't yet. So that's all I know. She's doing fine and she's well and everything's great, but she just doesn't have a computer to get online to come in and join us. Carlos says Arizona off I-40 is incredibly beautiful. Yeah, I see. Have driven that, like, I don't know, 40 years ago. Um, yeah, well, a little over 40 years ago. Now, back in 1990 something, early 90s, um, my mom was in the Burroughs. She had brainstem surgery, and that was in 91, I think. And so I drove from Phoenix, Arizona back home, which is we went right by the turnoff to go up to the Four Corners, and I wasn't allowed to do that. So now I can do that. Roy says, the car is my favorite camera bag. Well, all my little action camera stuff will fit right in here. I don't think I'm taking one of the M6s. I'm just going to take my action cameras. And have you guys seen that there is some new action cameras coming out? GoPro is introducing, I'm trying to think what the name of it. They're not calling them the Hero. Mission, maybe? I think. But they're coming out with 3 new ones, 2 at the end of May and then 1 later this summer. And the one they're coming out with later in the summer, I think, will have an interchangeable lens. So that's kind of cool. But GoPro has that subscription thing, which I don't like. So Toast says 40 goes through Williams, but Jerome is a scenic hour and 45 minutes away. That's fine. Hour and 45 minutes is nothing. Let me write these down so I don't forget. And email me the name of that little hotel. But yeah, it's just going to be a kind of a scenic kind of a, I can breathe, I'm not responsible for anyone type thing, type trip. Roy says, my GoPro went walkabout without me. Oh no. Well, so I guess the 13 was the last Hero, and now they're switching gears and they're going to this mission, which is supposed to have a 1-inch sensor, and it's supposed to really rival the DJI Osmo Action 6. The 6 was not enough to make me upgrade over the 5, and the GoPro probably won't make me upgrade to that either, because that's a whole new ecosystem. And although I do want to get that little small rig mic, it's been in my cart now forever, and I keep thinking about it. It does not wirelessly connect to the camera, which is what I like about the DJI, but the thing is so small. And I do wear a ball cap a lot. In fact, I've lost my favorite one. It, like Roy says, it went on a walkabout without me. But you can just put it like right on the bill of your hat, or you could, attach it to your collar or whatever. And it's smaller than the DJI. So in some things, I really like smaller. In almost everything, I do like the larger. I mean, this is ridiculously large, right? It's like, I don't know, this thing is huge. I mean, you compare it to the little one, it's really big. But yeah, but I got all 3 colors just so for me, just so I wouldn't go, because I didn't know really what size they were, and I didn't want to. I mean, these 2 are really kind of similar, kind of. I mean, this one obviously is bigger, but if they were both black, I could see me grabbing the wrong one. I don't know how the white's going to hold up. We'll see. Because usually white does not work real well with me, because I just saw lightning. So this may end before we want it to. Toast says, emailed you the hotel. It was great when my wife and I went. We didn't take the railroad, but after driving to the Grand Canyon, we wish we had. That will be on my bucket list. So yes, thank you. Because number one, I love trains, right? And I just, we have a couple of scenic trains here in Oklahoma. Well, one here and then one in Arkansas, which is like 2 hours away. And so, I have not gotten to go on them yet. The one in Oklahoma just opened, but yeah, anytime you can take a train ride, that I'm in. Count me in. I did go on one I think I was in Missouri, and we went for a train ride. It was very, non-climatic. You know, I guess I expect like the Orient Express type train ride, and it was very much just 50s diners type style. It was, yeah, it was kind of a non thing, but that's okay. And I have seen the Grand Canyon once from, I think the west side, maybe. I don't know. But when you search Grand Canyon, there's a lot of different areas because apparently it's huge. Um, and so there's a lot of different things to see. And then coming up from 40 to Las Vegas, you go through like the Hoover Dam area, and which I have seen. My friend and I went down and saw the Hoover Dam area, and it's pretty cool. It's amazing how low the water level was, and that was several years ago. So I know they're looking at doing another reservoir and trying to catch what little rain they get, because Las Vegas is kind of running out of water. But I've been saying that for years, and they haven't run out yet. So apparently they're not running out as much as I think they are. So anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. I will update when I can. And I've got a couple of free rooms in Las Vegas. And so I know those nights I can go live. Um, I will not interfere with Peter or Luis, so it won't be on a Friday or Saturday, or Wednesday. But yeah, that's where I will be. And you guys, my email is very, very simple, slyreader@mail.com. Just email me if you want to find out what I'm up to. And because the email comes to my phone. So I don't really have to have Wi-Fi for that. And I will be touching base when I can. So if you don't hear from me for a couple of weeks, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I just am out and about with no internet. So Randy says, have a safe trip, Sly. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Cheers. Yes. And thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I cannot thank you enough for the support. Roy, thank you so much for the super chat. And I will see everybody when I see you. All right? God bless everyone. Good night.